Hey, what's up? It's Dave here from the Matt and Dave Show, thanking you for listening and reminding you to like, share, and subscribe if you like what you hear. I think you will, but you know, I'm biased.
Peace, Dave. I'm Matt, and this is the Matt and Dave Show. We are back. I have my eyes closed because all Dave is doing is flicking me off. He's doing a silent dance this time. But it's all about you can hear the chair moving. I think you can actually hear your wrists wailing back and forth.
My giant hands just flapping.
You're like those what are those wacky inflatable flailing
the used
dudes.
cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's what it looks like when I dance. If you've ever sat at home and you've been curious, Dave, I've heard you talk about you do a little musical theater from time to time. What is it that you do when you dance? And I'll be like, oh, you know that episode of It's Always Sunny where they have a dance-off against the inflatable car person thing? That's it. That's how I dance. I just have these giant ape hands on these giant ape arms, and they just flail the hell around, and I have no control. But it's to rhythm. I just look like someone that's like if you drugged a very tall orangutan while it was trying to dance. Like if you just shot it with
if you gave it orangutan speed, that's what it would be like.
If you were trying to smuggle cocaine in an orangutan's stomach and all the bags burst.
Oh shit.
And you had and it had a song in its head and you had to try and put it down, but you weren't trying to kill it, you're just trying to trank it. That's me dancing. That's it.
I actually like to see you dance like
that.
Yours a little bit more like you do the exact opposite.
Oh, I do now.
Everything it gets close to your body and you just kind of move your shoulders.
Do you know why I do that? Because I've seen video of me doing other dances. And I know I need to bring my fucking Larry Bird arms in.
Your Larry Bird arms.
Because
that's good. You're on fire tonight.
I gotta bring that in, man. I don't want that noise. I don't want that flippity floppity out there on the dance floor.
Dangerous weapons.
Yeah.
Knock a bitch out for a couple weeks.
Yeah, man. My wingspan's fierce.
It's true. It's very true.
Fierce. If I wasn't terrible, fat, lazy, and shitty, I'd be a mediocre boxer tops just based on reach alone.
Yeah, you got good reach.
Yeah.
You got good reach. I mean, you could just stand in a corner.
right. Just
hit
like
bitches.
Would. I'm the Manute Bowl of boxing.
Nice. Good reference.
Thank you. Well, just because Bol got drafted, although much later in the second round, which I thought was
why are you paying attention to the NBA draft?
Oh,
all the sports.
I pay attention to a lot of things. I would like to say I was a big Manute Bol fan.
Oh, of course.
I dug the shit out of the guy. Yeah. So when I heard that his kid's good.
Bol. Well, yeah, that's why he was drafted in the second round.
No, I mean, but not just tall. Like Manute Bol was really, as far
tall.
as functioning go, he was just
kind of slow.
Tall, and willing to stand in front of a basket and be like, oh. Yeah. And he would do the no.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love that guy. And his story is fascinating. Like he died going back. I think he was he's Sudanese or Chad.
I don't know.
I think he's Sudanese. Anyway, so he contracted a fucking fatal illness going back to help his home country. Mm-hmm. That's why he's dead. He is a good and decent human being.
Yeah.
Just a wonderful person across the board from all intents and purposes. Yeah. But yeah, so Bol, but I saw some video of Bol taking some shots. The kid can fucking shoot.
Yeah.
Which is just so rare.
Well, it's one of those things. I think I don't think basketball was Manute Bol's thing.
Right.
They were just hey, you're tall, go stand in the basket.
Right.
Now his kid is hey, if I learned how to shoot a ball, I could be a millionaire.
Yeah.
And now he will be.
Yeah.
So congratulations to him.
Yeah. Bol.
So yeah.
Bourbon.
So this is it, Dave.
Yeah.
This is episode 100.
Yes. Thank God.
This is.
I mean, I don't mean thank God in a bad way.
You thank God we finally got to episode 100?
Yeah.
Or what? What does that thank God mean? Because it sounded like a bad.
We've just been sitting on 99.87 forever.
No,
I
know.
Just do it.
Well, life happens.
No, I understand.
Busy. You're busy. I'm busy.
Thank God.
Now that I'm busy, yeah.
Yeah.
So, life happens.
I get it.
And you know, I just really want to.
What, you want to do the last episode?
I just didn't want to.
Oh, you really?
Yeah, no.
Oh, I mean, that's fair.
You know, I'm glad we're at 100.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's go.
No, I can't believe it.
We can just end the episode now.
I know,
All
right?
Episode
There you
100.
go. There it is. We're done. All right. Yeah.
Contractually obligated.
Yeah.
All right.
It's funny. I mean, it's been, how many years has it been now? It's been about,
Jesus, a goodly number of years.
yeah. What do you think we're averaging? About 25 episodes a year?
Yeah.
So, like, one every other week?
Yeah, I'd say that's reasonable.
Yeah. So, probably about 4 or 5 years?
I'd say that. Yeah.
Started, well, I mean, it seems longer because we started on Nathan's show,
Yep.
which was called After Dark. Something
Chewing the
after
fat.
Dark. Chewing the Fat.
Chewing the fat. Yeah.
That was such a much better name than Matt and Dave show.
Oh God,
It was a
Chewing the
good
Fat.
show too.
Yeah.
I was actually kind of bummed. Like I was glad that we were able to like get a spinoff from that.
Yeah.
But I was kind of bummed that show ended because that was fun.
I enjoyed doing that.
Yeah,
show.
no, that was real fun. I liked when we did the chat roulette. That was
the
hilarious.
Chatterbait chat roulette.
No, it wasn't Chatterbait. It was actual chat roulette.
Oh, that was chat roulette.
Yeah,
right.
so it was us all sitting in his living room, and then chat roulette. But then chat roulette's always weird to me.
Well, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you get some penises in there every now and then. That's fine, but like it was just weird. Like they wouldn't respond, and when you did respond, I don't know, it was whatever. Anyway, but that was fun.
Yeah.
So I missed that show. Kind of wish he would do it again. Is he still doing the other show with Pedro? With Paige?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
truly do not know.
Well, whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
so out of all the ashes of all those shows,
Yeah.
the Matt and Dave show has remained
'Cause
for
you
100
were
episodes.
doing guest spots on his show.
Yeah, well, that's how we got started. And
Yeah.
so were you, though.
No, but you got I didn't know him.
Yeah, but I brought you in.
That's what I'm saying.
That's how you met him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You brought me on.
He was like, "Do you know anybody who could do a show?" I was like, "No, I don't." He's like, "But do you really?" I was like, "I don't know. I might know a guy.
I don't know.
I might know a
You
guy."
don't want to open that can of
Yeah,
worms.
and then you stuck around and whatever.
Don't. It's like, I know of 3 people that have had that conversation with me about bands too. Do you know a guy that can play? You don't.
No, you don't want that hassle.
You don't want that.
He may or may not show up.
Yeah,
whatever.
He's good, but you don't.
He's good, but
It's just not worth it.
he won't show up to practice, and he'll just chug a lot of PBR on stage, which will be fun.
It's just not worth it.
It's just not worth it.
just not worth it all.
No.
Yeah. No, I understand. I
Yeah.
mean, and they're not wrong. They're really not wrong.
That's true.
Yeah.
But this came about because like whenever we talked like movies sometimes on that show.
Yeah.
And I guess because we have personality, like, they were trying to build up like a station.
Yeah.
So
They're
and
like
then
the Frasier of that show.
we are the Frasier of that show.
Yeah. Or the Jeffersons of that show.
I think we're more the Jeffersons now. I think we need to go a little longer to be Frasier.
Oh yeah, you gotta get
Because Cheers was 11 years.
Yeah.
And Frasier was 11 years. So I think you gotta
that's true.
we gotta go a little longer to match the chewing the fat. So we're the Jeffersons.
Yeah, we're more the Jeffersons.
I like
Yeah,
that. I think that's yeah.
Good, good spin-off reference.
Although I'd love to be Frasier.
Well,
Such a good show.
Yeah, but do you want to do this for 11 years?
I mean, not this.
I mean, I do it for a career. For
I
11
would
years,
totally. Yeah.
obviously.
If somebody wants to throw us some money, like
Yeah.
I'll do this every day.
Yeah.
Honestly, we could do it every day.
We could.
An hour talking about like, movies
Whatever
and
happened,
bullshit.
yeah.
Like that's easy. That's no problem.
Oh yeah, you don't have to edit it. I'm sure it is.
Well, you do it live.
Oh, you mean as like a radio show?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like you do a live
with-
podcast and you just record and then
Yeah.
go,
with,
whatever.
with a producer and shit.
Yeah,
like
and
that.
even then, like,
Look,
how much editing of this do you really do?
honestly, like the funny thing, like, so it takes me. I have like streamlined the shit out of this process, like, because I always have to. I re-listen to the show when I write the description for it, like just because we're so like scatterbrained and like,
Sure.
Kind of ping-ponging around.
Right.
So I'll re-listen to the show at like 1.5 times speed.
And that's one of the downfalls of not planning out what we're talking about.
Yeah.
That was like great because like you'd have the description before we even recorded.
Right,
Because it's like,
right.
hey, this is what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
And now it's like, what are we talking about? I
Yeah.
mean, here it has been 15 minutes. We haven't even talked shit yet.
Anything, but yeah. So like
But you're still listening, aren't you?
Yeah, Melissa. No, but like we would just ramble on whatever bullshit we would ramble on, but I would have to go through and I've gotten that way better to where I can like start skipping through even at like high points of speed.
Yeah.
To just get to like more cognitive points. I would say it gets it down to about, and with between the uploads and the video.
Why even
conversion-
bother with the description? Does anybody really care? Like they just listen. Listen, it's a show about shit.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like if I'm doing my job even halfway correctly, there should be a description.
I mean,
There
okay.
should be a description. There should be
Sure.
a description.
Sure.
There should be a description. Like that's the
Sure.
bare minimum.
Okay. This week, Matt and Dave talk about bullshit. Next week, we talk about some other shit. The week after that, there'll be some good shit.
From an SEO searchability standpoint, you should have a description. You should have a description.
Whatever. I mean, you do it. I don't. So
Yes.
you do what you need to do, brother.
Like and the because I do the custom thumbnail,
Yes, I know that.
the editing, and which can vary really depending on the episode. Sometimes I clean some shit up or
Yeah.
rebalance some stuff. Edit some stuff out.
So if we were getting paid
Yes.
and we had somebody else do all that bullshit,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
we could do this every day.
Yeah, I would do this every fucking day.
Yeah, all right. Well, whoever wants to give us some money, we'll keep
Yeah.
going. But otherwise, we're done.
Yeah. I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
I mean, wait, me?
No, just
Oh, the people.
no, not the people. No, I love
Just-
the people.
Oh.
Just in general.
Oh, yeah. That's
No, no, definitely not fuck
It's
the
a
people.
solid
The people are
model.
awesome.
yeah. The people.
I
are
love all the
nice.
people
I'm a
who've
big
listened
fan.
to us, even if they only listened to us once.
Yeah.
I had a friend who was like really crazy about listening to us when we first started, and then like they stopped listening, and that was fine. But like I still love that person for listening
Yeah.
to begin with. Like
Yeah.
thanks,
I don't.
thanks for taking an interest in the beginning.
I'm like I don't care if you listen, and I should, but I don't.
Well, I do only because like otherwise we could just do this without all the work that you do on the end.
No. But here's the thing. Like I don't predicate like. I want people to listen. I care if you listen.
Sure.
But if you're my friend, I don't require you to like.
No, God,
yeah,
no.
I'm not like, oh well, you
No.
should. Did
No,
you know
and you
that
shouldn't, and you
yeah.
shouldn't. Like I'll share it, like I'll talk about it, but
Yeah.
like, listen,
No.
it's that meme too that people will share around when they have like their own small business. Like, hey,
Yeah.
Oprah has a magazine and everybody follows her, and so Michael Jordan releases
God,
a shoe,
I
and so.
hate
It's like,
that.
listen, just make good content,
Yeah.
and if your friends like it, then that's great.
Yeah.
But they're not obligated to like this.
Nobody's
And you know
obligated
what?
to
If
like
you
it,
are
that
our friend
bullshit.
and you've been listening all this time, you're a wonderful human being.
Thank
If
you.
you are a friend and you just started listening, you're a wonderful human being.
And you're
for
in
those
for
of you
a
that aren't,
lot of disappointment.
for those of you that are not listening and will never hear this, you're still awesome and we appreciate you.
Yeah, really.
So, but no, I mean, I care if people listen, but like
Yeah.
if my friends don't listen, it's no big deal.
yeah. And I know a lot of people that interact with like the Facebook page or the Twitter page.
Never listen to the show.
Don't listen to the show.
That's
They
fine.
just did it for like the news and the memes.
That's fine.
which I'm fine with as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't. It's not a requirement
Yeah.
that you.
It's
listen,
all audience. It's all content.
Yeah, that you listen to an hour podcast a week.
So they follow a Facebook page and not listen to a podcast.
Yeah.
They're still eating up the Matt and Dave content.
Yeah, that sweet, sweet regurgitated content.
Some of it's original.
Yeah, some of it is
Like what, 0.2%?
yeah, roughly.
Okay, yeah. There you
But
go.
I scour well.
Yeah, you do a good job of that.
Although, to be fair, I'm to a point now where I curate well. Like I have enough of it coming in
Yeah.
through sources to where I can be like, oh, that's good. That's like I don't do much searching for it anymore, which is nice.
It just gets sent to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's- I just like I subscribe to the right things that come through naturally.
Yeah.
Oh, and it makes the news, because there was a while where I was like super heavy into just putting out the news stuff that would happen, like just events that would
remember
happen,
that.
like in a very like in a cool news type of way.
That was in, oh, jeez. Is that still around?
I
I
don't
think we
know,
talked
I
about that
don't
before.
care, Yeah, but that's not fun,
That's still good.
right? And which is what I like. I'll put stuff out there occasionally,
Yeah.
like which I notice gets way more interaction now that it's like
You know, the one thing I really wish we would have done a better
Mm.
job of, or done in general, is like a
Voice
better
training.
website. Voice training?
what? No, yeah, websites, yeah,
Voice training?
yeah,
No. No, our website.
or having a website.
Having a well, we did have a website when we first started.
yeah, what a pain
But
in the ass.
but like I mean, and we had a really good idea for some like articles. We were gonna do like roundtables and transcribe them and talk about shit.
Yeah.
That was a great idea,
That was-
and we just never did it.
We never did it.
We
because
need-
that's a lot of effort.
It is. It's a lot of effort.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it wasn't that. it's not a lot of effort. It just was more than doing this.
Yes.
Effort.
Yes. This is the bare minimum.
This is the bare minimum.
This is a bare minimum podcast effort.
Imagine what we could accomplish if we put in minimal effort.
No. This is it.
We're doing bare minimum and then like minimal effort. Like, think of that. Like
skeleton crew effort. That's what I get. No.
You know what it would take for us to do even a minimal effort?
Sponsors.
Money.
Yeah. That sweet cheddar. That's my motivating factor nowadays. That's how David do.
Whose isn't? I mean, come on. It's how everything gets done. Everything's money motivated.
What's the Goodfellas line? Fuck you, pay me. Fuck you, pay me.
That should have been our tagline.
Fuck you,
Matt and Dave
me.
Show. Fuck you, pay us.
Me. Fuck you, pay me. And when it's all done,
never
we
did
just
get that
burn,
sponsor.
We just burn down the podcast.
That's pretty much what we're doing.
We torch the podcast. That's right.
Burn the fucker down.
God, we're doing that. We're doing the full scene from Goodfellas.
We are.
Nice.
We are, yeah.
There's no more checks to be bounced. And there's no more money to be made. You torch it for insurance.
Do we have anything to talk about tonight?
I got tons of shit. Like,
do you really?
Oh, dude,
I got nothing.
Really?
Like I've been paying attention to some of the things. Like, yeah, we got the Avengers re-release.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I think it's smart. I think it makes sense, and God bless them for doing it. I mean, everybody's
because they're close to beating Avatar.
Yeah, I think they're like $38 million away.
Yeah.
You know, here's the thing too. Like people forget, like Avatar did it like 3 or 4 times, which is why they are where they are.
Yeah.
You know how many times I saw Avatar in theaters? Once.
Same.
You know how many times I saw Avengers in theaters? 3 times.
Really?
I did.
Before the re-release?
Yeah.
Wow. I've still only seen it once.
Will I go see it for the re-release? I don't know.
I'll go see it for the re-release.
I kind of just want to help them like get over the hump.
Just get over the Avatar hump.
Yeah, like I just want to help. Like let's just go. Let's just like everybody just go one more time.
Just one more. One
just
more
one
time.
more. It's not gonna
and
kill
I think
you.
like if they had done a campaign of just one more time, it would have been tough. But if you add
that would have been cool.
Yeah, just one more time.
That would have been cool. No, I think that's the way you would have gone. You could have gone with the re-release. Like, hey, just go one more time. We'll give you this little extra.
Yeah,
which is
what it is.
We'll give you this bonus tribute to Stan Lee.
Yeah,
we'll give you what else?
You know those DVD extras that you don't get anymore because of digital.
Yeah,
well, come on
back. We'll show it to you in theaters.
We'll give it to you we'll give you a theatrical cut in the theater.
How about if a director's like commentary?
Oh,
would you go to the theater for that?
Well, I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would pay full price for it, but I would probably go to a theater for it.
It's true. If they gave you like a $5 ticket.
Yeah.
$5.
You can get the popcorn. Actually, you know what I would do if I was them? If I was AMC, I would work out a deal to where you could get both the theatrical and the director's commentary for like $30 at 2 separate times.
Okay, all right.
Because that way you're still making money on separate popcorn and separate soda. Like that's where you make the upcharge.
I would do it for $20
or $20
because whatever. I think like $11 is the max for a movie ticket. $12.
Oh, is it really?
Well, if we're talking regular, if we're talking IMAX, it's going to be a little bit more.
You're right. Okay, then then $20.
All right. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, but make it a group. Like it would be like watching it on a fucking DVD.
Yeah. So I went to see it 3 times because I saw it once with everybody when we were opening night.
So we weren't spoiled.
Right, exactly.
The obligatory, I don't want to be spoiled.
And it was like the fan thing. So like everybody's cheering and hooting and hollering. It was great.
Yeah.
So I went a couple days later because I wanted to go and like really kind of soak it in.
Yeah.
But I went during the day and like so I could like hear all of the dialogue that I missed and kind of like just soak it in.
Sure.
And then I also saw that in IMAX too.
Oh.
That was the other thing I wanted to do because I was convinced that there were some things that were the first time we saw it, it seemed a little weird to me. So I went to see it. I went to see it in IMAX, and then the girlfriend and the kid wanted to see it again, so I went a third time with them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did the IMAX experience make a difference?
I mean, it was definitely awesome.
But I meant like, aside from the traditional ways in which an IMAX experience is awesome, like, did it really add to the movie? Were there things that you would have missed had it not been for the IMAX?
I couldn't tell you. I felt like I was more immersed in it.
That's fair.
So it was a different experience. Like that's all I can tell you. Did I miss anything? I don't know. It didn't seem as blurry as before.
Okay.
But it was definitely a more immersive experience.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, all my rewatchings of that movie have been in like GIFs because the GIFs are just like
Well, they're fantastic.
prevalent.
Yeah,
now.
they're really good.
Well, I mean, but they're not. Like a lot of the times, like especially the spoiler GIFs that people do, like they're just shaky handy cam like.
Oh, really?
Yo, yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't see any of those.
Oh no, dude! Like in the night of, there was already like spoiler.
I mean, but
GIFs
there have been
out
so many
there.
since then, though.
Yeah, yeah, but like it's still it's still the handy cam footage GIFs, which is what you see for a lot, like especially the big final battle scene, because
Right.
they haven't released that in like trailer form or anything like
Sure.
that. It's still like the handy cam. So that's what I'm used to seeing when somebody like shares a part of it or some bullshit like that,
Yeah.
or they do like a meme of it using that scene.
I don't know. I think it's a great thing that they're doing. I don't blame them for doing it. I think it was probably their plan all along. And people who are bitching about them doing it and saying it's a cash grab, yeah, it's a cash
It's
grab.
a cash grab
Because they're trying to be the #1 movie of all time, and let them do it. Like,
Yeah.
seriously. Like, who really... And if you ask people, like, everybody's like, yeah, I mean, Avatar's okay. But, like, I watch it from time to time, but, you know, like...
Yeah.
This is like Avengers, 10 years... Like, this is all the movies. This
Yeah.
is 10 years
Yeah.
and 26 movies. Like, let it be #1.
Yeah.
Let it be. It's the biggest movie event of all time. It needs to be #1
It's
at the box
earned it.
office. So everybody go out and watch it one more time.
One more time.
It's not going to kill you.
Yeah.
Hashtag one more time.
One more time.
There you
I
go.
like it.
That's all I have. We're
That's
done.
it.
Thanks,
that
guys.
Was it. That was it. So since it's been a couple of minutes since we've done it, like I have watched a lot of motherfucking TV.
I bet you have.
A lot. Like I cleaned all the way through Fleabag on Amazon, which is a real cool show.
Don't even know what that is.
Right. This is when some of the like all the artsy kids are talking about. They're talking about Fleabag. Just picture. I highly recommend it. British show about this girl trying to like find her way through life. She's a little fucked up. She's had done some questionable things, and she loves talking to the camera.
Has it been canceled yet?
Has not been canceled yet. Amazon Prime.
Okay.
On Amazon Prime. I got all the way through Big Mouth. Loved Big Mouth.
Oh, yeah.
2 seasons and a Valentine's Day special.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it.
I think that's coming out soon. I couldn't. I tried it.
Yeah, just couldn't get into it.
I did. I really gave it a good shot.
No,
So I
that's
think
fair.
I gave it like 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah.
Before I was just like,
Yeah.
It just wasn't. It just didn't hold my
Oh my
attention.
God.
I get it. Like, and I see why it's funny and why people like it and why it's so successful. As such, I mean, I agree that it should be. It just
wasn't for you.
I don't know. I think I've just grown up.
You've grown up.
I grown up, and I just don't have the time for that kind of childish humor anymore.
So hands down.
It's really not true. So.
No. Hands down, my favorite Seinfeld joke and my favorite When Harry Met Sally joke
Mm-hmm.
that exist in current media today are on that show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Their whole Valentine's Day special was a big love letter to When Harry Met Sally.
Oh, nice.
Like it was like an hour-and-a-half episode, and
Mhm.
it was just like a beat for beat love letter
Mm-hmm.
to When Harry Met Sally, with the couch interviews and the New Year's party and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like really, really well done.
Mm-hmm.
Like clearly someone like gave a shit, and that's really nice.
Yeah.
God, what else? Oh, I started watching the new Jessica Jones.
Oh, you did.
Yep.
Okay. Started watching it.
Just started. I did the first episode last night.
Gotcha.
I can't say I'm like, I mean, knowing that like it's all gone.
Yep.
I can't say I'm like madly in love with it, but I want to see it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even trying.
Yeah.
You know, I've given a lot of thought to the question that you asked me in the last show about whether or not, like, if you should watch a show. Is it better to watch a show that has no ending than a show with like a horrible ending? Remember when you asked me that?
Yeah, I do.
Sat here, was right after the Game of Thrones finale, which was awful.
Yeah.
And I've been giving that a lot of thought lately.
That's because I'm in your head.
You're really not.
I'm in your head.
Yeah, you're really not. But I've been giving a lot of thought to that lately because there's been so many things that have been canceled and
Such is the way.
approved and like shows that are being picked up and not being picked up, and now you've got all these streaming services. I'm swimming. My head is swimming in media, and I do not know. Someone throw me
swimming.
Someone throw me a life preserver. Throw me the life ring, whatever, because I'm drowning in media.
Oh,
yeah,
this
man.
is exciting.
You know
for
what it
me.
is? You know what's really exciting is like I've been watching that new Press Your Luck show.
Oh yeah.
The new version of Press Your Luck.
Who's hosting that?
Elizabeth Banks.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been watching it. I watched like the 3 episodes. So I started watching. I knew it was coming out.
Yep.
And it looked like from the trailers, it looked like the original Press Your Luck. They tried to like redo Press Your Luck. They did Whammy, the all new Press Your Luck on the Game Show Network ages ago, right? It was smaller, it was condensed, it did a different thing. I think all the whammies were like CGI. You know, they updated it. It was okay. But this one like is legit like the original Press Your Luck. They got the original music because like, you know, nostalgia and all that stuff is
very
like
huge
really
now.
really huge right now, right? So bring it back. I mean, everything like 80s 90s is huge right now. So I sit down and start to watch it, and it's the typical format: trivia questions, earn spins, take your spins, big bucks, no whammies. And then you get to the end, and then there's one spin or whatever, and they show the big board, and then the 2 people who are going against each other on the big board, and then whoever wins, they slide over, and the music plays, and everybody cheers and celebrates, and it's big, woohoo, it's over. And I'm watching it, right? And it's been 20 some minutes, you know, no commercials.
Yep.
And Elizabeth Banks is not bad. You know, she's not a game show host.
Okay.
And she doesn't have that game show host personality.
Is she better than Alec Baldwin on?
I have not watched Alec Baldwin on that show yet.
Oh, it's.
Is it pretty bad?
No,
I thought it was
bad.
good.
Yeah,
I heard it was good.
Yeah, it's not. It's that's why I was like, you know, she like because Alec Baldwin, not a game show host, like,
Right, but he could be a game show host.
Yes, he could be.
She's not.
But you don't know that going into it.
Sure, but see, no,
Well,
Alec
that's
Baldwin
true.
though.
Alec
I mean, come
Baldwin's
on,
pretty fucking
you know,
good. The dude did Alice.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
good.
So I'm watching it, and they get to the end, and one's cheering, woohoo and hollering, woohoo, and it's very anticlimactic. And I'm thinking, there's no music, we're not celebrating, no big lights, no flash, whatever. What's going on? And then, you know, she says, "Okay, you've reached the right to our bonus round." And I was like, "Bonus round? What the fuck is this?" So they go and they come back, and it's just like this person at this bar with the button, and they've got like their family member there, and they talk a little bit more about. So it's turned into a little bit like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Not who. I'm sorry. No. What was the one with Howie Mandel? Deal or No Deal.
Oh yes.
Starts turning Deal or No Deal. You meet the you know, parents. So I guess like this bonus round that they've come up with, they talk to the contestant. They find out a little bit about their personal life. Their family member comes on. This first episode was this guy and his husband was there. They were talking about this. They just adopted their first child,
Right.
and the baby was 6 days old.
Oh wow.
So she's like laying out how the game works, and I guess there's 6 rounds, and you have, you know, you start with X amount of spins, and you have to take those spins. You can't do anything with those spins because in the regular game you can pass them, whatever, right? So you have to take the spins. You get 4 whammies, you're out. If at any time during the game, like after that round, you can decide to walk away or continue going, right? Like
Very
Deal or No
much
Deal.
a Deal or No Deal.
Right, exactly. Like you can open 6 cases and then you whatever. So when you get to 500,000, though, the game's automatically over because they match that 500,000 in total prizes, right?
Got it.
But the really great part is, so they're talking about this, and they throw like other prizes up on the board because sometimes they'll give away, you know, electronics and shits like that.
The Price is Right mentality.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So they start throwing up like personal items. Like one of the prizes that they threw up on this board for this person was 3 years of baby stuff.
Oh wow!
Right, and then they're talking like
catered type of
right,
items.
exactly. Like they're like, hey, here's a trip to Spain, and the guy's freaking out. And
I've always wanted to go.
Elizabeth
to Spain.
Banks is like, hey, tell us why. Tell everybody why. Cause, like they know because they've interviewed him, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh well, the Spain was where we went to this, and then we've always wanted to go back to Spain. Blah blah blah. So they really tailored like some of these prizes.
That's fascinating.
It is because then you're like emotionally invested in what's going on because they are right. So when he wins the 3 years of baby stuff and he's gotten $36,000, you're just like, dude, stop.
Yeah.
Don't go anymore. Yeah, you've only got 1 whammy, but just stop. And then he continues to go and press his luck, and then he loses the baby stuff, and you're like, oh, you son of a bitch.
So if you get the whammy, you lose all the stuff that you have. But
Yeah, it's just
keep
like
going.
Yes, yeah. So like if you have 5 spins, you know, you use 3 spins, and you built up like, you know, $14,000. You get a whammy. It gets knocked out, but you get another spin that you have to take, so you can build your bank up. When you get to the end of that round, whatever you have, you can walk away or go to the next round. And every time you go to another round, the big bucks get higher, and the number of spins decreases that you have to take decreases. So it was very like I honestly I was like, oh man, this is a fucking ripoff. Like Jesus Christ, they're just trying to like milk the show. And baby stuff, 6. Okay, all right, let's see what happens. Okay, yeah, yeah, you got the baby. Hey, you got the baby stuff.
Baby
All
stuff,
right,
all
yeah,
right,
just
sweet.
walk away. You're gonna spin? Are you stupid? 3 years of baby stuff, brother. Like, I'm a parent. I remember how much that shit was. Like,
Yeah.
that's $26,000 worth of shit, man. Come on,
Yeah.
just fucking take it and go walk away.
Just go.
He's like, no, I'm gonna spin. And so I'm just like invested.
Fuck that baby.
And then then you get to the next round. He's lost the baby stuff, but they're talking about his husband's dream car because he sold his car for some reason so they could adopt this baby.
Sure.
And now he wants another car. And they got the car, and I'm like, oh my god! I went into the next episode. I watched an hour of that. Went to the next episode. An hour of that. Dying for Wednesday now.
Really?
So that's where I am. Like, I'm on the game show kick. I think
Sure.
because, and this is brilliant because like just serial television.
Yeah.
And the binge watching. I need a break.
Broken you.
I need a break.
It's broken you.
I'm burnt out from it.
I had a friend of mine pose a question, and I believe she's going to write an article on it, so I'm not going to dedicate a lot of time to it. But she was asking, like, what serial show do you watch from the past to decompress? Like, what do you?
Is it that theory about Friends being like a stress reliever?
Yeah,
You heard about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what she's like gonna like do a thing about.
Gotcha.
But what is your iteration? My guess, and I haven't talked with her about it, but like my guess would be like, you know, what is that? Like, what is that to you? Like, some people it's The Office. Like, a lot of people from our generation, it would be Friends. Like, you know, some people would be the Waltons. Like, what's your happy go-to rewatch, like, cozy thing? Like, the thing that you can always go. I don't really have one. I don't like have a thing.
You weren't a big TV watcher until recently, though, yeah?
I watched a lot of TV.
Even when we were younger?
Oh God, yeah, I
Did
watched
you?
tons of TV. That's the thing though. Like I was that fucking pinnacle '80s TV kid. Like the one you're like, it's gonna rot your brain. But all I would do is like it was to the point where I had like memorized the positions. Like, we didn't have the remote control, but I could sit in front of a TV. Like, I'd memorized the 10 key of my cable box.
Right.
So I could be like, oh, no, TNT 55. Oh, no, TBS 28.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, God. And those are still correct,
Those
by
are
the
still
way.
correct, yeah.
Those are still
I
fucking
think
correct.
TBS is 23 now.
Right. Yeah, they've shifted. And
But yeah, I remember when TBS was 28 and
Yeah.
TNT was 55.
55, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Wasn't MTV 68 at one point?
yep. Yeah. CNN was 41.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah. Like, you know, people talk about like having to check the channel. I'm like, you try and memorize the location of 100 cable channels.
Mhm. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, like
Yep.
that's some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like, you know, like the fucking Gulf War happened and I had 3 TVs going in my living room at the same time.
Yeah.
Each on the different networks and one on cable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just like, yeah, bring it. Fucking mainline that shit, dude.
Yeah.
So this is
That
like,
explains a lot.
yeah, exactly.
Look
Like,
at, you got 3 monitors, 5 monitors,
yeah.
and your big screen TV
And
right
a big
there.
screen TV, yeah. Like, yeah, and a wall of data behind me. Like,
Oh, at work, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about this?
I'm just talking about the books.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And at work too.
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
this is what I fucking do.
Yeah.
Like, all
You
the
were
time.
born for this.
I am.
Yeah.
Like, this is my time.
No, I think I'm with you there. Like, I understand what you're saying. The emotional investment, because I get more emotionally invested in these things than I think you do.
Yes. No, that's very
You
true.
know,
I don't.
which is why it pisses me off when things get canceled and I'm in the middle of it. Like, I can probably write a better ending of these series than these people who are actually responsible for making them, or more satisfying for me.
Sure.
Like, I could do that. You know, I've imagined 18 million different finales for Carnival, but you know, like, because I'll never actually get to see anything. Like, it's unsatisfying. It's almost like a breakup.
Okay.
You know,
I can
and like
see that.
you can only get broken up with so many times if you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna give me a fucking dog. I'm gonna be single forever.
Wow.
You know?
See, I've always.
And I'm really like, and I think this last season of Game of Thrones really just kind of.
That was it for you.
Well, it wasn't it, but it just kind
Close
of.
to it.
It really like it was the first time that I wanted to break up with a television show.
Wow.
It really was. Like, you look back and you go, man, like, you just really did a disservice to everybody. And what were you? It was almost like they were trying to do the opposite of what we all expected to do the opposite of what we all expected. Like if you look at Star Wars, Rian Johnson wasn't trying to mix it up just for the sake of mixing it up. He was trying to tell his own story, make it interesting. Like,
Sure.
I think that what the guys of Game of Thrones were doing were just trying to throw everybody off. Like, we all said we wanted Jon Snow. We all said we wanted Daenerys. We all said we wanted this guy. We all said we wanted that guy. And at the end, they were like, no, it's going to be this dude that none of y'all give a fuck about.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, and oh, yeah, you think this person's going to be the savior and do this? No, this person's going to do this. And this person, like, it's almost like they did like a Google search or like a word search. Like, okay, how many times has this person been guessed to be the winner?
Right.
And which one is the least times? And that's the one we're going to select.
We're gonna write that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I'm really frustrated with the amount of, because there's so much today. There's so much to watch. Every station has their own thing. Every network has their own thing. Every network wants their own streaming service now.
Sure.
Now everything's going to be pulled. Like, it's just a lot going on. It's sensory overload, and I think it's just becoming like, it's one of those things where you're just going to have to select your click.
I think that's fair. Like,
we talked about that. Like, that was one of the things we actually were supposed to talk about today, was how everybody's doing their own. Now it's like commonplace to hold a press conference and announce your big slate of things.
Yeah.
It used to be Comic-Con was the pinnacle of everything, right?
Like launching.
Television was huge. Like, that's where they would go in. Like, everybody would talk about their brand new season, and then movies started happening, and then the comic book movies started blowing up, and then Hall H was a thing.
Right.
Like, everybody went to Hall H. DC, Marvel, all of the studios had their thing. All of the television shows, like everything. If you were hot, if you were what's happening, you had to be in Hall H. And now it's like Disney has their own expo, and
D23.
Warner Brothers is going to have their own thing, and like, nobody's going to Hall H this year until Marvel announced recently that they're returning to Hall H, which I think is smart on their part.
Yeah.
I
think that's fair.
Like, Disney has so many other things to talk about.
Yes.
Take the comic company back to the Comic-Con.
Yeah. Oh,
and
you're talking about Marvel Comics is returning to Hall H.
Marvel Studios.
Oh, Studios is.
Yeah, I think that's where they're going to make their announcement for Phase 4.
Oh, nice.
Because it's, 2 or 3 weeks after Spider-Man opens?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, but like that was the thing. Like, we had heard that Warner Brothers was going to start doing their own little, like, conference. And Disney does, obviously, D3 now.
Yeah.
So all of the Star Wars and everything.
Right.
Star Wars has their own conference.
Star Wars even has their own
Star Wars has their own conference. So, like,
yeah.
all of these big, like, next thing you know, there's going to be a Stranger Things conference and all of the Stranger Things news, and it's all going to come from there. And it's way too much. Like, there's only so much that people can follow.
Yeah.
Not everybody can have 18 monitors and a wall of data behind them and consume it and enjoy it,
Well, I think it's much more, and I think you hit like the nail on the head, like the emotional investment. Like you get very emotionally invested in TV and stuff like that. And it's not that I'm not affected by the stories I watch. And there are some times where like Community, I think I was a little, like, I was vested in Community. I could argue that point.
You were.
Like,
yep.
like, I was vested in Community, and I didn't like what they did with, how they treated that series. And I thought it was criminal. But for the most part, it's a very friends with benefits type of relationship that I have with TV. Like, you enjoy it. You enjoy making me happy. I enjoy making you happy. This is good up until it isn't. And then we have ice cream, and then we go our separate ways, and everything's super cool. Like, we remember the good times. And
You got ice cream?
always get ice cream.
Fuck, I was doing it wrong.
Yeah, dude. Never always give like mediocre to bad news over ice cream. Always over ice cream. Then you just remember the ice cream. And the bad news isn't as bad. Or dessert. Like dessert, really, if ice cream isn't your thing. You're writing that down. Always over ice cream.
Yeah, I mean, that would, yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
My life would be a lot easier if everything was over ice cream.
Everything's over ice cream. All the bad stuff happens over ice cream.
Shit.
Yeah. But yeah, like I'm not emotionally invested in a lot of it. And it makes it easier to take it all the fuck in. I
think that's why I like movies now. Like, I love the concept that, Marvel's, I don't know, what do you want to call it? Their their blueprint for what they're doing. You know, they
Yes.
tell a singular story, but it's part of a bigger thing.
Yes.
And that's why I loved Endgame so much, because it was like, you know, everything was just yes,
You know why?
yes.
It was dessert.
It really was. It was.
Cinematic dessert.
It was.
Pure, unadulterated, granulated sugar that you have worked for and earned.
Like it's been 10 years of working out, going to the
yeah.
gym, bulking up, you know,
The fucking dessert.
passing on dessert here and there, passing
Yeah,
on dessert there,
yeah.
and now it's like, here's your big fucking sundae with the giant bananas.
They
and
give me a
20,
fucking
20 scoops of ice cream
and an
a
assembled
mountain-
cherry.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh,
That was it. That was the cherry on top too.
I
You're
know.
absolutely 100%
Yeah.
right.
Fucking
Because that was when the whole theater popped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a goddamn assembled cherry. Like that movie was that was the exact way I described it to the missus when I got home, because she was like fucking growling, and I'm like, it was amazing. It was dessert. It was fucking dessert. Like, you know, do I have issues with it? Sure, there's obviously some things, but at the same time, I was just happy throughout the whole experience. Like, it's like being mad because like the chocolate isn't as dark as you like on a fucking ice cream sundae. You're still going to enjoy the goddamn ice cream sundae. It's dessert. Fucking dessert.
It's truth.
Yeah. That's all it is, man. It's fucking dessert. So, yeah, no, I get it. I absolutely get it. Like, and I think you'll find that people, you're right, people will split into their own camps. And some people are going to deal with it how they've dealt with like fucking books. I mean, it's not like books used to be a thing only rich people. Like knowing how to read was such an exclusive thing. And then, you know, the poor's got a hold of it, and then it all went to shit.
So
and now the comics exist.
So what is the next thing then?
Like
what's
AR,
what's,
VR.
What's the next thing that everybody, like, you go into work on Monday and go around the water cooler and everybody talks about?
AR, VR.
Okay.
I think that's it. Augmented reality, virtual reality.
So Jordan got the VR for the PlayStation.
Yeah?
And he got me the Batman VR game.
I know.
And holy shit.
Yeah.
I about teared up, dude.
Yeah?
Because it was as close to being Batman as I'm actually going to get.
Yeah?
Now that thing was too damn short.
Yeah.
And it was way open ended. Do you know anything about that?
I know a little bit about it.
Like it was like there was no dessert.
Yeah.
It was like a really bad date in bed. Like that was it.
That's it. Oh, come on.
That's all there was.
Oh.
But it was glorious.
Yeah.
For the time.
Yeah.
But no, it really was it was unbelievable. And there was actually moments where like you see a mirror and you're like moving around and it's Batman
It's you.
like doing what you're doing.
Is that me?
But
Oh my God.
I so did that too. I did the voice too. It was great. I did that. But no, I couldn't believe, even like it was like, I think it was an hour long or an hour and a half long.
Sure.
And I like at the end I was like, that's it. What happens? Like who did this and how? But I was like, you know what? I don't care. That was the best experience I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I was in the Batcave and I was like looking at like I was like ducking down, looking under things and playing things back and opening drawers and putting on the cowl and flinging batarangs everywhere. And I was like, oh, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Interrogating people. I was like, holy shit. Yeah. The only thing I couldn't do was punch. I was trying to punch somebody. I couldn't do that. I was mad. Like you could see my hands moving and like I was doing it, but nothing was happening on the game. So
Baby steps. But
yeah.
yes.
It's true.
Yes.
All right. Well, maybe I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I would like, I think Google Glass kind of touched on what it was. It wasn't ready. Like people weren't ready for that level of connectivity and bullshit. But I think the AR, the ability to layer on something in front of you, like picture like my guess, and this is purely just the amateur futurist in me, like the next thing you're going to see is after someone gets AR glasses done well, or some sort of iteration to where you can just do the one contact, or however it is, to where it's accessible for early adopters. You'll see the big like Pokemon Go AR thing that'll work to where it's not just your phone, or the Harry Potter one.
Yeah,
where
that's
it's not
huge
just
right now.
Right, where it's not just your phone, where it's just you boop, like you hit the side of your glasses, it turns it on. You can see the things that you need to see. and then you play the game, you turn it off, and you go back to regular.
But see, that's
vision.
the thing. Do you turn it off? That's what worries me. And then, I take off the headset after playing Batman,
Sure.
and I'm like, my first thought was, Ready Player One makes sense to me now.
Oh God, yeah.
And I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the book. I'm like,
yeah.
now I understand why people would go to the lengths they went to make that as real as possible.
Oh yeah.
And to let their actual physical bodies
Atrophy,
deteriorate. Shave their head, lose all their hair, lose weight or gain weight, and just spend all this money on sensory suits and fully immersive. So it's seriously, I really wish I could have had some sort of pod where I could have ran in place that
the
looked
little sock runner one.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I wish I had that, and
Yeah.
my first thought was, now it makes sense. Now I understand, because I'm reading the book that's cool, but I mean, come on, who would give up reality to fucking do this? It's all really cool. And then I was Batman.
And then you were Batman. And then you were Batman. I mean, and it makes you rewatching movies like that, rewatching Strange Days, rewatching Ready Player One,
Where you're in the movie.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I agree 100%.
Rewatching, what was the other one? The Dream Within a Dream Within a Dream, the top one.
Inception.
Thank you. Rewatching Inception. All of those have to do with that. There's defining what reality is, and then what makes reality. Fucking Matrix. Fucking 13th Floor. I got 13th Floor. Terrible movie. Heady fucking experience. And you see it now, even today. People are making machines in machines. You're seeing virtual worlds generated in people are making computers in Minecraft.
Yeah, I know.
A world within a world with it. And that's literally a fucking game for kids.
Yeah.
That's able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna happen exponentially, and you're not gonna be ready.
Yeah, I don't know though. I think that might be too much technology to be the next big thing.
It'll be the next big. I saw a video.
I think you're skipping a couple of steps. I think it'll be something else.
I saw a video today of this dude proposing to his girlfriend, and he told her that they were going to play a little zombie virtual reality game, which was cool. And they had a big virtual reality studio that they were doing the game in, and then the game switched. And, they took the guns, the people running it took the guns out of their hands. And she's like, where the hell are we? They're in this really picturesque environment and stuff like that. She's like, is that my grandmother's house? It's holy, that's my grandmother's house. That's my favorite tree.
Yeah.
He recreated her grandmother's, her favorite moment in life was, hanging out in front of that tree in front of her grandmother's house. And he proposed to her in virtual reality in front of her favorite moment. And then when they took off the glasses, the entire family was there. Yeah.
Sorry, I realized I was so fascinated listening to your story.
Yeah.
I forgot I was not in front of the mic.
Not in front of the mic. But I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong. I think Stadia, I think cloud computing might, depending on what it does and how people are able to do it, I think. Or you could even see a combination of cloud computing and virtual reality to where you're just wearing the headset and the cloud computing happens. But that requires a higher level of Wi-Fi connectivity at a constant. Sorry.
You're totally nerd diving right now.
Yeah.
And
sorry.
I could I could see it in your face and your eyes because you're not looking at anything. You're trying to figure it out right now.
Yeah, I'm
and I think
literally
you should stop because if you do figure it out, you put it on record.
Yeah.
And you don't want somebody to steal it from you.
Sorry, I'm figuring this out on the fly. Sorry. I did the Will Ferrell zone. I zoned out for a second there. I'm sorry.
So who did the Lakers draft in the second round of the NBA draft last week?
I got this one, Jimmy.
You really started to dive down that nerd hole. Man.
I did. And it was funny. When you said it, I was like, "Oh, I did it. I did the thing that I do. I did the dorky deep dive where I just start connecting things in my mind palace."
Yeah. Wow.
Sorry.
Well, hey, now you've had a little insight into Dave's head. It's a scary place.
It is not a great place to be.
It's a scary place.
It's busy.
Yeah.
Let's just To the point where you have 15 monitors in front of you to
listen,
distract from it.
I loved playing that game, being Batman, and like the concept, the idea of like being able to recreate your like favorite moment in your life and revisit it for a special occasion is really cool. But it's also really scary because I tell you, I went through that game and I was playing, like having a good time. I took the headset off and it had been like 2.5 hours later. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I feel like I just started doing this.
Yeah.
You tell me I was down here for 2.5 hours? You guys were sitting on this couch watching me play this game for 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous. That is absolutely insane. And like, where is the line? Like, how, like, if somebody said, hey, I can create a virtual experience where you can go back to when you were 10 years old and live the day like you did. You can wake up and watch your Saturday morning cartoon lineup, and you can go outside and play on the playground with your friends, and then you can go get in trouble, and you can do this, and you can go visit your favorite restaurant and see your grandmother again or parents who may have passed.
Right.
How many people would jump at that opportunity and do it every fucking day?
Well, I mean, and that's why I like Strange Days as far as like a telling of that iteration.
Right.
It's a drug.
Right. But people don't listen because, I mean, look at all the fucking robots they're building right now that can, fight back.
Yeah.
Did we learn nothing from Terminator?
Yeah. It's a drug. It's an absolute unmitigated
Just
drug.
because you can do it doesn't mean you should do it.
No, it's going to be so another video I saw, and this will freak you out a little more. There was a dude that did he spent 24 hours a day in virtual reality Minecraft.
Oh wow. Okay.
He spent a straight 24 hours he slept with the headset on just as like an experiment to see, like he videoed him through the whole process, and he kind of like I'll see if I can find the video, or you can search it. It's very searchable. It's a fascinating watch to because he would fall asleep and he would wake up imagine falling asleep in a video game and then waking up and you're still in the video game and you're still in that world. Like, that's a fucking heady trip, because even in my basest fucking like debaucherous marathon video gaming sessions, I stopped and I slept. And then when I woke up, I was in my bed because I am a person.
Right, exactly.
Like,
you're waking up still playing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even playing, but you're not playing the game anymore.
Yeah.
It's not that.
Right.
You're just in Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
You're not playing the game. You're just in Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you look up, you open your eyes, Minecraft. You look to your left, you look to your right.
Right.
I actually look to my right, which probably isn't great podcasting, but you look to your left, you look to your right, like Minecraft.
Right.
As far as the eye can see, a procedurally generated world that never actually ends. Minecraft.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, and you hear him talk about how he kind of he's like, I haven't lost, who and what I am, but you can kind of you can see. It's like when you go high enough in a plane, you can see the curvature of the earth a little. Like, you can see where you would start losing yourself in something like that.
Well, I would think too, it almost would be like that moment in your dream where you realize you're dreaming, but you still continue to do what you're doing in the dream.
Oh yeah,
knowing full well that there's no consequences, and you can do what you want.
It's pretty much just how I dream.
Yeah, true. But I'm saying, like, when you realize that you're dreaming, you're like, oh fuck, I can do this, and sometimes you feel guilty in dreams, sometimes you feel happy in dreams, sometimes you feel sad, sometimes you're scared, and then you realize, oh fuck, I don't have to be any of this.
It's a fucking dream.
Fuck it,
let's do it.
And then you wake up, and that's like reality or virtual reality.
Yeah, that's it. Like, and you hear these people that make these arguments. God, this is a really fucking heady final episode. I want to say that out loud. This is a super fucking heady final.
Did you see my face? I was just thinking
you're
the
like,
same thing.
Like, but I mean, you see the people whose arguments are like, are we living in a simulation? Is our current existence an actual simulation? Are we just NPCs in some other fucking cosmic, game that we truly don't understand? Exactly. And that's fucking weird.
This is the Matrix.
Yes. Is this the Matrix?
Probably.
Yeah. Exactly.
Maybe.
You don't know.
I mean, yes, it is some shape or form.
You don't know.
You don't know. All we know is this.
Yes. All you know is what's in front of you. And you can guess at pretty much everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, man. It'd be awesome to go back and rewatch movies and, like, be in them. I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I don't know why. Like I get the like. I just want to be like watch the Breakfast Club, sitting on the floor with them as they're talking about like you know yeah, like wow, this is great. Yeah. And what about you, Andrew? Let's talk about
Run that
duct
by me
taping
again.
that boy's butt cheeks together a little bit.
Yeah.
Come on.
Let's do a deep dive in the psychological aspect. How did that make you feel?
It'd be trippy.
Yeah.
It'd be trippy.
Can you imagine, like, I was going to do the thing again. I was going to do the thing, and I stopped myself from doing the thing.
You're going to go down that hole.
Yeah, because I started focusing on the Estelle Getty Golden Girls thing, and I was like, can you imagine the amount of programming that it would take to account for every conversation that could be possibly had by like, taking every possibility, and I can see the fractaling in my head.
Well, there's a part in Ready Player One where you have to enter a movie and like you're a character and you have to act out the movie as the character.
Yeah.
Like that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like all of
It'd be like a dance.
I mean, 10 years ago. I don't know if we'd be as sharp at it now.
Yeah. Oh no.
But like entering shit like Spaceballs, or Mallrats and Clerks. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Clerks, the VR experience. I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Just like leaning up against a wall,
just
selling drugs.
I want to be Silent Bob.
I just want to be Olaf. That's the path I choose.
Oh, dude.
I want to see what happens when Olaf isn't there. I want to like do the fucking metal band practice. Like I want to do that. I want to see him at a gig.
Adventures of Olaf.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith, if you're listening.
If you're listening.
There's your next idea.
Yeah.
You can you stop with the movies after Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
Yep.
And you can start making the VR experience, the Olaf VR experience. Yep. You have at least one customer.
Yep. And I will say this: if you can't do the VR thing, which I get, I'd watch a 6-episode series about it.
Don't put that out there, man. We don't need more series. Fucking A, man. We're already getting those Marvel series and Star Wars series and
yes. Think of all the things I get to watch. All of them, Matt.
How much longer is it? You know what? I have a theory. So, J.K. Rowling is releasing a whole bunch of new books for the Harry Potter universe, and I don't know exactly what they are. There's some information out there, I believe. I have not had a chance to read about what these books are, but more about the history of the magical world or like, I don't know, whatever. But my theory is that you'll eventually see a Harry Potter series based on these new things that are coming out.
I would hope so.
100% agree. And you know what? You know what's actually, so I downloaded this Wizards Unite game.
Yes.
I did. Yeah, I did.
Talk to me about that.
It's interesting. I haven't really dived into it way too much, but I knew it was out, and I played Pokemon Go at the beginning when it first came out because the kid was a couple years younger, and I thought it would be something that we could do to get outside the house, and then I got swept up in it. It was kind of cool, like, being outside, the VR part of it, and it was great. But it only lasted, I don't know, like, I only did it for like 2 months. But this being similar, I got it, so I downloaded it, and it's very, very similar to Pokemon Go, but you don't catch Pokemon, you catch all these other, like, if you're familiar with Harry Potter, you know about the SOS. It's the secret of, or the Statue of Secrets or something like that, where like you can't break the SOS and tell Muggles about the Wizarding World.
Okay.
So this, like, all of these creatures and things have gotten out, and you have to help them catch them or bring them back before people find out. And it's cool because you can, like, so if I'm gonna go way nerdy on you.
Oh, please.
If you are a Harry Potter fan, you've been on Pottermore and you've been sorted and gone through the quiz and gotten your wand, like, you can actually like go in and register your, but like you get to select what house you're in if you want to do that, because it's really after, like, you're not in Hogwarts, it's just in the Wizarding World, but you can select what house you're associated with. But I was able to like take my Pottermore like wand that I was given and like make that in the app.
Oh, neat.
So like mine's, I think it's like elm, and it's like 12 and a quarter inches and has like a unicorn. I don't fucking remember, but like I was able to take that information and just log it in there, and boom, they like created my wand. It's exactly like it looks in Pottermore, obviously because they're together,
which is brilliant.
Which is cool. No, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's very great. You can put your picture, and then like they have filters, so you can put a little hat or give you a little haggard beard or whatever you want to do. But it really kind of takes place after the book series or movie series because
Got it.
like Harry is an Auror and
sure. Everybody's all grown up and shit.
right, everybody, but it's like right in that like cursed child 30 or like 20 years after before everybody goes on and does like the big things.
Sure.
Because Harry's an adult now and like you interact with him just a little bit and it's cool. I mean, it's really, really neat. If you were into Pokemon Go and you don't mind walking around in the real world with your phone out looking like a moron, and kind of trying to be more immersive in the Harry Potter world, it's fun.
Yeah.
I really have not played it. Like I've been sitting at bars or like a restaurant going, oh, there's places around here that are cool. Oh, what's this thing? Oh, I have some plants. Okay, great. And all right, here's my friend code, and here's all my friends, and I haven't walked around and tried to do much yet.
That's awesome.
I will,
sure,
just to try it out. But
I
I was thinking, like, man, I want to fucking go to Universal and try it out at Universal Studios, right?
God,
Wouldn't that be awesome?
I can only imagine.
Yeah, can you imagine how many people are walking around with their fucking phones out, like going,
what's the like? Do I get a secret thing in line? Oh,
I know, right?
Dude.
I know, it's gonna be crazy.
Dude.
Think about that. Like that's genius because like
you want to go
I'll tell you
online.
what, this weekend would have been a good weekend to go because nobody be in rides, everybody be wandering around the park trying to find like these fucking whatever they're called. But it's fun. It's cool. I can see the appeal of it. Kids will love it. I would just say make sure you're not driving.
Yeah, it's some real basic stuff.
Yeah. They actually had a thing. Like, they'll come and say, "Hey, don't drive and play this game."
Right.
And then I like moved my phone really fast, and they said, "Oh, you're moving too fast. Don't drive." And are you? I'm not driving, or I'm a passenger. Like you have that option. Like it stops you. It won't shut you off completely. So I could just say I'm a passenger and be like, "Fuck it, I'm going to drive and fucking play my game." Yeah, exactly. I heard a lot of people did that when Pokemon Go came out. They were driving and trying to catch Pokemon at the same time, and it was
deadly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be bad.
I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, a lot of my friends are doing it. I'm surprised the amount of people. I'm not surprised at the amount of people I know who are doing it. I'm surprised at the people who are doing it. There are some people I would never in a million years think would be a part of something like this.
Right.
That would like poo-poo all nerdy stuff and be like, oh.
Well, I'm going to download my Harry Potter app.
Right, exactly. Now they're like, hey, add me on Facebook. Like, really?
Here's my 16-digit code.
You're like 48 years old and you have, 4 kids and you're... Why are you doing this? Like,
because it's fun.
And exactly. No, I'm with you. Like... I'm not judging them. I just was shocked that they were not judging others. They were doing it themselves. And I applaud it. More power to you.
All right.
That's fun. I assume. I'll let you know.
Yeah. Keep me posted.
I will.
Personally, not on the show.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
What else?
That was it.
That was it?
That was it.
We got nothing else?
I got nothing else.
That's it?
That's it.
That's 100.
That's it. That's a whole hundy.
Wow.
That's a hundy damn shows.
Wow.
A centurion of shows.
I feel like there's more to say.
Oh yeah, there's tons more to say.
Yeah,
but not here.
Not.
Come here.
Well, this was.
Oh,
hello.
You.
Hello.
You cheating ass bitch.
Dave's dog just came up and jumped in my lap. Well, hi.
Wow.
Hi.
Wow.
Your dog likes me better.
Wow. Yeah, we're done.
I don't
we
feed
are
you.
Done.
I don't feed you. I don't give you treats. So maybe you should be like, talking to this guy over here.
Here's the thing, though. Like, that's the argument my wife uses. I feed you. I give you treats. Why do you love him?
Right.
I don't give a shit.
Why does she love me?
I respect that.
She knows that there's no dogs in my house right now. And she's like, you need some dog love. I agree. Thanks, Chance. Appreciate it.
Chance is always good for that.
Yeah.
It's because she's old.
She is old. She is old now. God, I remember when you got her.
Yeah.
So that's it, man.
Yeah. Well, now I'm petting my dog.
100. Yep. Now you can go pet your dog all you want.
Full Dr. Evil on this dog.
That's
it. Look at me. Look at Chance and I. Look at us.
We're so evil.
Yes. He's gray hair and I have a little bit.
A little bit of gray hair, a little bit of hair.
Little bit of hair.
Yeah.
That's gray.
You get about the same amount of gray hair. Actually, I have the same amount of gray hair as Chance does, which is sad considering how much older you are than me.
I had to let that one fly out there.
Yep, I did. Right. Yeah, so that's it. 100 episodes.
Yep.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for being ageist.
Thanks for listening for 100 episodes.
Yeah.
Those of you that have listened to 100 episodes. If you've listened to all 100 episodes,
Give yourself a high five.
Give yourself a high five because we can't give you a high five.
Or find us.
Or
Like,
find us.
If you know us and use
Wait. Time out.
Find it.
If
Find
you
Matt.
know us and have direct access to us, find us. If you don't know us, send us a line on Facebook because the Facebook will still be up.
Yeah, Facebook will still be a thing.
Don't find us. We're not stalkers.
Find Matt.
I'll give you Dave's address.
I will give you
If
Matt's
that's the
phone
way it's
number.
gonna be.
I will give you Matt's Harry Potter code.
I will. I'll give you my hair powder code. I don't care. I mean,
I will give you.
we can be like, I don't know. I don't think it tells you where you are.
I don't think it does.
I don't want to be that. I don't think it shares your exact location. So
Only with the Harry Potter people.
But hey, this has been great for us. Thank you so much for listening. We
You guys are
appreciate
awesome.
it. It's been a fun time, but all good things must come to an end. And we'll, I don't know, see you on the other side.
See you on the other side, Ray.
It's been nice knowing you. Nice working with you, Dr. Aikman.
Later, guys.